And good afternoon, and health is wealth. And welcome to another episode of To Your Health, To Your Wealth. To Your Health is a program designed not only to inform, but to turn your life and health around. And I'm your host, Dr. Theodore Watkins, and I'm here today with my outstanding producer, Frank C. Smith. Health is wealth, Brother Frank.
Yes, sir. Yes, it is.
And this afternoon, we want to look at this thing of health being wealth. We want to look at what I'm calling self-directed healing. Self-directed healing. Self-directed healing, some also call it self-directed therapy or self-healing. And it's approach to well-being, which the individual takes an active and intentional role in their own recovery of their psychological, emotional, and physical distress. You know, and that's so important, Brother Frank, because we find that people just are not, they're not taking responsibility for their own health. And as a result, they're dying. You know, they're dying prematurely. And this self-directed healing is about empowering yourself to address your needs and work toward personal growth. You know, we've talked about the fact that 9 out of 10 of the leading causes of death in this country are due to diseases that are preventable and that are, in many cases, reversible. But they're only preventable and reversible if you're willing to do something about it. All right, if you're willing to do something about it, and so we're excited to look at empowering, taking control, you know, of your health. This self-directed healing gives an individual a sense of personal responsibility over their mental, emotional, and physical health. You know, you become an expert in your own life experiences. Now, certainly it doesn't mean that you don't have guidance. you need guidance, but you are directing your healing, because unfortunately, Frank, the system is not for us.
Yep.
The system is not for us. The system is not promoting healing. All right? The system is not promoting healing. And we got somebody on the line who's developing self-healing, self-directed healing. And the person of my friend, Dr. Meir Schneider. Dr. Schneider, how are you doing?
Hey, I'm doing great. I mean, one of the best moments of my day always is to speak with you, Dr. Watkins. I'm always impressed with you and impressed with how you talk about health and life. And it's very important. People really have to know that they have more power than the authorities give them. They have more power than the medical profession think they have. I think this is so important that we will know how powerful we are. And that's why I'm going to teach in New York, in a place called Spring Valley. I'm going to teach natural vision improvement. It happens to be that somebody from the religious Jewish community, Hasidic community, invited me, but everybody's invited. And on Sunday, the 14th, not even a week from today, I'm going to have a whole day workshop just for men, and Monday, a whole day workshop just for women. They divide between women and men, nothing to do with me, but I follow their instruction. And women who want to come on Monday the 15th, and men who want to come on Monday the 14th. It's not such a long trip from DC. I can tell you it's much longer from San Francisco. and I have full intention to bring a day of knowledge It's all it is, a day of knowledge of
So
how
you're going to teach people some self-healing.
exactly of how to strengthen your vision. Because this is the one thing the doctors always tell you. If you go to the nurse at school and you are 12, and the nurse says, well, you don't see well, the nurse doesn't wait another month or two to see if you see better on your own. Normally, she will send you straight, or we will send you straight to the optometrist, who will then most likely put glasses on you. Just like if you don't walk much, well, often physiotherapists very quickly will give you a cane. I think that before you get a cane, you should exercise in water where it's easier. You should exercise in front of bars. And then if all else fail, you can have a cane. But it's being given too quickly. Well, glasses are being given quicker. All you have to have is a 5% deficit, and they won't think about it once and give you glasses. And I can tell you, my partner refused to wear glasses that were prescribed to her at a young age. And consequently, she saw very well and still sees very well many, many dozens of years later. So what I would like to say is that we have to understand that vision is not in the laboratory. Vision was determined by two Austrian scientists in the 1800s. And ever since then, nobody have challenged what they say. And everybody sees that different times of the day, they see differently. And that actually there could be a foggy time in your vision. And if you bypass it, you see well. I know of one lady that when she had a divorce and she didn't like to see a reality, she saw everything through fog. And then people told her, go to optometrist. She instinctively didn't. Then she took my class years later. And now in her mid-70s, she reads the menus to all of her girlfriends in their 40s in the restaurant. So, it's just a matter of changing our perception that vision cannot improve.
So changing the idea that you are inevitably your vision is inevitably going to get worse.
Exactly. And the point is, you tell people to eat good diet. I tell you, it's so important to eat good diet. Otherwise, the body rebels in many ways. But it's important also to move. It's important to use the world elements like the sun and the air. And so what's more important than deciding to see well now? You see well now with glasses, with contacts, with LASIK. Good success with that. But the problem is you may see well now, but not so well in the future. And you take out of yourself the pleasure of having total vision. What I mean by that, having a sense that the periphery works, having a sense that a lot of light comes to your eyes. So that's such an important thing. And that's why I'm saying, empower yourself for better vision. And natural vision improvement workshop can make a very big difference.
So a person who is currently wearing glasses, they can take the workshop and actually perhaps even get off the glasses and not need them.
Absolutely. And if you have kids in school that are starting to wear glasses, try to win them off them. I've had good success with kids. Yesterday, I worked on a couple of children with that ability. I want to tell you, I have a case right now of a wonderful girl. I took a break to be on your very, very good show as I worked with her. She came to me for 10 sessions from Germany. Just imagine how much it is to come from Germany. Her mother flies anywhere in the world where I am. and works with me. And the girl was born with cataracts, but while my kids had successful surgery, she didn't, because they did the surgery late in the brain development, 11 weeks. You have to do it up to the age of 8 weeks. So if you're born with cataracts, that's a thing to know. But what happened is she wasn't visual at all. She didn't look at things. And we spent a good 6 years and got her to the place where she willingly looks at things. And I talked today to her mother and have shown her that these days she sees without her glasses what she used to see with them, and with her glasses much, much further. And she doesn't have her own lenses, much, much further than she used to look. So just imagine, we got somebody who would probably pay attention to a sense of touch and hearing and was very smart. We got somebody like this who didn't at all use her visual sense, and she did right now. I remember she came to me so many times, to France and to 5 places in Germany where I was. Then I decided to come to her home, which is 2 hours from Munich, very nice little town. And we were working there, and the first time in her life, that was 2 years ago or 3 years ago, she was able to see the sign of her house. And then she was surprised that neighbors have signs on their houses too. So just imagine a girl at the age of 8 gained vision that the brain would not allow her if she not done those exercises. What happens is we're being installed the idea that we cannot see better. And that idea is prominent, and it affects every part of our visual system. It also affects every part of you, because vision does affect the oxygen intake in the body. That sounds kind of weird, but it does, because so much light falls on the retina every single minute, and you need to breathe for that. And so if you don't use your vision well, your whole body becomes stiff. We don't even know that. So that's why to work on the body, we must work on the senses, and to work on the senses with much work on the body. She had very good results after some stretches that we had this morning, looking at signs of houses, which is fantastic, basically. So I can tell you that empower your vision is a good statement. It's going to be, by the way, in Muncie Palace Halls, 575 Chestnut Ridge Road, Spring Valley, New York. And you can call a friend of mine there who just invited me to help his community. And the number there is 845-584-5507, 845-584-5507. And you can also call our school at 415-665-9574 to register for this. I was on Marsha's show on that one, and I'm so happy to be on your show twice and say it's the first time in 5 years I'm back in the Eastern Coast. Yeah.
All right. So we're excited, always excited to hear about your seminars, because they work. All right. I participated in them. They work. And so we want to encourage people who want to take advantage of this to do so.
I really think we need a revolution in people's thought. It used to be that acupuncturists were illegal and set in jail, especially in the state of California. Now they're covered by insurance and they're perfectly legal. And it used to be that when people would exercise and eat properly to prevent heart disease, the doctors laughed at that. Yeah. Now, every self-respecting cardiologist tells you, don't rely on drugs, exercise, and have good diet, and reduce dependency on me. That's what a good cardiologist will tell you today. So one thing that I want to say to everyone, and that is there is no reason whatsoever for you to believe when you're being told eyes cannot get better. And that's what medicine tells us all the time. So we need a quiet revolution without a flag and nationality worldwide. And, I'm going to go next month to Spain to a conference of natural vision improvement, to two places, to Valencia and then Barcelona. I'm going to go then to Italy. Yeah, and teach it. Normally, when you call me, I'm somewhere, Paris, Tel Aviv, somewhere. I'm not in one place because I teach everywhere I could teach.
All right. Well, we appreciate you coming on and sharing with our listeners, and we want to encourage people to take to focus on self-directed healing, and certainly the principles that you are espousing advocate self-directed healing. We don't have to wear glasses. We don't have to be blind. So, but we have to take responsibility for that.
What I'm seeing that happens in the Hasidic community where I go to is that they're overzealous in terms of reading. And I've met one a man whose father pressured him to read, even though he had a major eye disease, retinitis pigmentosa, and that's how he lost his vision. They read so much in their schools called yeshiva, they read so much there that they really ruin their vision. There's no question about that. And they have a huge amount of people who wear glasses, as a result of the fact that they wear glasses as a result of the fact that they strain so much, and eventually they have a lot of eye problems. But that happened to them already for many years. But what happens to modern people is the computer use. There's just no limit computer use. Look what we're doing right now. We're looking at computer in this session for good recording. And so it's so important for me that we will understand that what we do can help us or hurt us. And it's so important for us to feel that we can do better than ever before.
Knowledge is power, and we want people to become empowered to take control of their life and their health. And we want to thank you.
Thank you very much.
Coming on, and you always share with us, and I'm looking forward to a whole bunch of folks saying that they've gotten rid of their glasses.
That would be so nice, dancing. But they also will expand the periphery. They will look at details so they can activate the macula that tends to degenerate. They will look from far so they can reduce their nearsightedness and prevent cataract from expanding. They will work on balanced use of the eyes. They'll do so many things that they need for the eyes, not to just repair them and make them see better, but work with them in such a way that it will be natural to see better. So thank you so much for having me on your show.
All right. Our pleasure. So we're talking today about self-directed healing. And we said just before Dr. Schneider came on that this type of approach gives you empowerment. It helps you to take control of your life and your health. But it also helps to build self-worth. We need to know that we are important, that the process of navigating through your own healing can significantly boost your self-confidence. It boosts your self-esteem. It gives you a sense of personal power. You know, when you recognize that you don't have to be sick, you don't have to take medication, you don't have to decline. Frank was told that he had at best he had a 6% chance to live 6 months in 2013. Somebody forgot how to count, Brother Frank.
That's right. And let me mention to the quality of life. I was suffering, Doc. I was suffering, and it was normal, like most sick people, and like most blind people or going blind. It's normal, and everybody else is around them is suffering or can't see, so it's normal. But my vision has increased, my thought quality has increased, my weight is down to normal, my blood pressure's down to normal, everything. It's
But you
just
gotta take
amazing.
all those medicines, man.
Yeah, I'm not
And
taking one medication. I'm
you're not taking
77
any
years
medicine.
old. 77 years old, no medicines.